Alright, so basically the UFO party for 2022 here in ZL3, where Evil Cluck would destroy a ton of the planets in the ZL3 galaxy, and I would have to save them all. You probably know that didn't happen, and if it did, it would have happened from this length right here. But since that didn't happen for unknown reasons, yeah, I don't know how the heck that didn't happen. Oh wait, that's right, I wasn't even here at the time. Like, I didn't even come into this world at the time. I'm gonna explain why. So I made this instead. Hi there, Lego here. Welcome back to ZL3. So, yeah, the UFO party didn't happen because I wasn't active in the world at the time. Or for all we know, it could have been a different reason, but since that didn't happen, I came out with a replacement, and that was to do something that we were meant to do in Zola's Lab 2 back in mid-April. But as you know, in March, Evil Cluck, Evil Street Leader, and Master Evil Unkers all took it over, at least officially. Oh yeah, tomorrow we get to go back to ZL2! Let's frickin' go! Tomorrow is Operation ZL 2022. We are gonna hopefully attempt to get ZL2 back. And even if we lose again, we'll still keep calm and make things right here in ZL3. But eventually we will come back for that if we do lose again. Now obviously I'm hoping we do win. Also, I can explain this. So apparently I have no idea what happened. This is also affected on my own worlds too, but a few hours after making, or at least an hour after making the episode 3 of the Legos Island Summer 2022, I came back on here to just Minecraft in general, went on to Legos Island to update more things, and I realized my skin was gone. What the absolute heck happened? I don't know what happened. Seriously. It's not just here in this world. No, it's across all of my worlds. And no, I am not offline, because if I was, first off, I wouldn't be here in this world. And secondly, this icon right here would be a globe icon indicating the internet's out. But of course, since it isn't, and since I'm in this world, I'm online. But that doesn't fix the fact that my skin's just gone. I don't know what happened. Again, this goes across all of my worlds too, not just here in ZL3. Oh, I don't know what happened. Hopefully I'll get it back, because this is gonna be weird. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. What outfit am I actually wearing? Oh my god! I'm still wearing the outfit from 2 freaking years ago. The awards shirt and the awards hat. Do you guys remember this? Where this came from? This was from the Best Party Awards of 2020. Oh! And no, it's not featured in this party. Oh yeah! That's right! Welcome back to the Throwback Party. After 5 years. Remember when this was meant to originally occur in ZL2 in mid-April, on April 23rd? Yeah, that didn't happen since it got taken over. Instead, I did it here. And honestly, I think it works. Yeah, I really don't know what the heck happened to my skin. It's just gone. You know, the one that you guys are all known for. Yep, the one that you guys all know and love. You know, the police officer skin. The one that you guys have known for ever since the beginning. I don't know what the heck happened. I'm not offline, because if I was, I wouldn't be in this world, because it requires internet. But anyway, besides that, hopefully that gets changed back eventually. That would be really cool, because I don't want to remain like this. But yeah, latest party, Throwback Party from May 19th to June 2nd. This was the official replacement for the UFO Party after that just got straight up canceled. For no reason, or probably just because I wasn't in the world. I don't remember. I think it might have been that reason. But yeah, I need to take those off after 2 years. Well, I had them off all this time, but apparently, fun fact, my skin also looked like this during that Best Party Awards video. And that's probably why I still have the outfit on. Wait. Hold up. Dang it, Rose Crystal got affected. No. It's spreading. Rose Crystal got affected too. Although that might only be on my end. Hold on, let me go see it from her computer. Let's see if my skin still appears there. Okay, so it's only on my end. Well, on her computer, my skin still looks like this. But on her computer, she still has her normal skin. It's just on my end, it looks completely different. That's really annoying. But the point is, let's, of course, get into this party. For real this time. Alright, so, to officially jump into it for real now, we're going to start off with, well, this. Do any of you recognize it? Simply put, it is the See You Soon party from March 2019. For those who don't remember why this event was held, it was because this event was held the day we got ZL3 back after 7 months of disappearance on March 17th/18th of 2019. So with that being said, back then, because of this reason, we decided to shut down ZL3 temporarily, but we didn't want to just shut it down immediately. No, we wanted to celebrate the last few months that we had with ZL3 and just combined it in with a little mini event, which was just the See You Soon party, because of course this was the last event in ZL3 for 2 months. So we wanted to just make a little event saying that this is going to be the last update for a few months because we got ZL2 back. So that's what this event was for. Obviously, this is the only room to come from that event. And of course, the 2 items that were available during this party are available here, such as the Universe hat. Let's put that on. And if you remember, that's how it looks. The other item we had in this party was the Universe banner. Let's pick it up and also put it on here. And if you remember, that's what the banner looked like too. But you can also technically see it from here as well. With that being said, this was also, fun fact, the event that introduced this, the ZL3 block thing, in these exact colors. That's another little reason why I brought this room back. Also, because it's just a throwback to one of the most important times in ZL3's history. I said one of the most important ones. One other room in this party will also show how important this is to ZL3. Fun fact, due to this being held in ZL3, I bet you aren't surprised, or you probably are, but all rooms are dedicated to ZL3 events. I bet you were or were not surprised of that. Just thought I'd mention. And I'll prove to you when we go into the lab office, which is right now to be exact. Back then, I don't think there was anything in these, but of course they were there in the room back then. Also, where this sign is actually where a book used to be. I didn't add it back in, seeing as there was no point. And also, that was years ago. One other thing that has been updated is this, the ZL3 sign. Looks pretty cool. Anyway, that is pretty much it for this room. And also, the beacons are updated to exactly how they looked, which also, fun fact, became the permanent ZL3 beacons. Now, hold on. This was not there during, well, they were not introduced like this in this party. No, it was actually when we first built this version of ZL3. We changed the color of the beacons to this, and yeah, but we obviously brought them back in spirit of the colors of this party, which were the 2 main colors of this version of ZL3. Fun facts, I also moved the portal to a different part of the lab, so you can visit the original ZL3 that was remade in the Creations world anytime you want. I'll give you a hint. It's probably the most appropriate place for it, because it's an old world. At least remake here. You probably can see where it's going. I'll show you later anyway. But the point is, hope you guys love this room. Hope you guys most likely remember this. Comment down below if you do remember this room and what it was known for. For those who don't, well, again, here you go. This is what the room looked like, and I told you for those who don't know. And just want to remind you all. Finally, let's jump into here, which this should also be recognizable. However, this room did not originate in this world, in this version of ZL3. Nope, it introduced in the version prior to the universe theme. It was actually done in the Snowy Tundra theme of ZL3, which was the ZL3 we had after ZL2 got corrupted and disappeared for 7 months. But I added it back in since it's the part of the ZL3 events history. Also, let me close that. Also, one thing that isn't here is the fireplace, because I'm pretty sure you all know, every time we have this fire on, the place burns down. And that gets annoying. It actually happened earlier, because I accidentally lit the fire back up by accident. So to prevent that, actually, you know what? I'll just do it for the sake of the room. Of course, I'm going to flame all these after. Let's just hope this place doesn't burn down. There we go. Now it actually feels appropriate. In this, we can get the Big Brother shirt and the Big Brother banner. These were both available during this party. And this was the BB Series 2nd anniversary party from September 2018. And for those who don't know, that was back when we celebrated the 2-year anniversary of me and Rose Crystal doing the Minecraft Big Brother series on our channels. Speaking of which, Season 8 will return very soon, as Rose Crystal actually wants to get back to filming with me. And I'm not joking, she legit said that to me off camera. She says that she wants to get back to filming with me. And that's really awesome. I thought I would have to say it to her. But apparently, she did instead. It's the opposite! I did not see that one coming. Let me just say. Alright, let's deflame this before this place burns down. Anyway, mainly, yep, this is how it looks. And with that being said, that's really cool. Now, there is a combination of all years of ZL3 prior to 2018. Well, there are no 2017 rooms since this world didn't exist. At least this version. Nope, it's basically all years from ZL3 from after 2017. So 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention. A good majority of these come from the early years, which are pretty nice. I'll show you later. The point is, what are your thoughts on this room? Comment down below if you remember this from this time frame right here. And with that being said, this was a really cool celebration back then, because we also brought back Season 6 after many months during this time frame, which is also really cool. Anyway, with that being said, it's also cool to see this room outside of the world it originated in. So with that being said, that's really cool to see. That's another reason I brought this back. Fun facts. This room, and I forgot to put this on, and I guess we can also put this on. The original room design I was going to do for the lab office was the April 4th, 2019 design when the whole entire lab was dark. However, I decided to go with this instead, as it's honestly more special. But don't worry, I did put that 1 day's worth of rooms in there somewhere in this event. Why do you think we would want to forget about that time frame when we shut down ZL3 temporarily? Don't worry, it's somewhere in this event. Don't think I didn't forget. Oh, I acknowledged a lot of things from the past of ZL3. Also, that explains why the roller coaster isn't here. For these reasons alone. Don't worry, obviously I'll re-add it after the event's over. Which, technically, this is recorded 6 days after it would have ended. So technically it already ended. But it's still up, because I didn't get to showcase it. Anyway, for those curious where this design came from, this is from Operation Galaxy from June 2021. For those who don't know, this was an event where we actually explored a ton of planets across the ZL3 galaxy, and we still have yet to finish all of those planets to this very day, as I didn't get a chance to create all of them. I will be doing that very soon, however. So, in the original event, I decorated this room and also the lab office and the outside as well, alongside some part of the roof, which we'll get up to in just a minute. Let me finish here. Basically, yeah, it looked like this. Beforehand, it was all like slime and stuff, but I redid it just to fit the galaxy theme a bit more. Oh, and for the original UFO Party from 2020 that never technically got released, it's in here somewhere. Don't worry. Although I might think that that might actually be a different color sign. I might have to look, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Yup, that's basically it for this room. Let's go see what's on the roof. And it is the fair from February 2019. Remember when the fair was held in February of 2019? If you don't, then let me explain. For those who do, you should probably remember. For those who don't know, this event was originally, and I mean originally, meant to celebrate the theme park coming to ZL3 for the first time. But also, it would have been just the return of the theme park overall after the discontinuation of ZL2, when it got corrupted and shut down temporarily. The theme park was originally meant to reside here. However, it didn't happen. But I promise you at this year's fair in ZL3, that will finally happen. Fun fact, the original thing that was meant to happen in this party would later happen 2 years later in August 2021 during the Fair 2021 in ZL2. The point remains. This is how it looked back then, in February of 2019. Fun fact, the event was only meant to go for 3 weeks, from February 7th to the 29th. However, it ended exactly 4 weeks after it originally started, which meant it lasted for basically a month. And this was by accident, as I forgot to show you updates at the time. Anyway, that's really, really cool. Of course, we can still play the bullseye game. Oh yeah, I forgot. Since I don't have my skin, I have to literally relearn everything. Hopefully that doesn't mess up anything. I hope at least. And the problem is, that has to affect everywhere in all my worlds. And yes, I did update all of Rose Crystal's worlds and all of my worlds to 1.19. And then this happened. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why, but after updating both all of Rose Crystal's worlds and all of my worlds to 1.19, yeah, again, this madness happened. My skin just disappeared. Anyway, that's really cool, and that's it for the room, except I am forgetting there is meant to be one torch up here. Actually, this is when the lab burned down earlier because of the fire. That's why we changed it to the blue fire, and also got rid of it for a few months prior to doing that. Anyway, moving on, let's now make our way downstairs, or actually, sorry, not yet, we have to go to the backyard next. And this is the only room from 2022, as it says up there, Souls Lab 3 5th Anniversary Party from February 2022. Yes, I know. This was only like 4 months ago. 2 days ago, that to be exact. The point is, I couldn't think of any other room to come from 2022, and then I realized this was the best one. And actually, I think this was the only event, besides the Easter and Earth Day event, which we just saw in the previous episode of ZL3, besides that, this was the only other room to be decorated in 2022 during this time. So yeah, that can explain why I brought it back. And just also because we just saw that Earth Day room in the previous episode. Also because I wanted to have at least one 2022 room out here. That would have actually been really sad if I didn't include anything 2022 related. And especially since this year was the 5-year anniversary of ZL3. I could not include it. Anyway, the point remains, this is basically the exact same room from back then, which is really, really awesome. Of course, yep, it basically retains basically everything from the original, since this was only 4 months ago. So it's not really that nostalgic or memorable memorable yet because it's not even been that long since we last seen the room. It's only been like 4 months. I know that's a little long time, but not as much to be considered unlike the rest of these rooms. Anyway, basically back in the original event, this is basically how it looked, mainly. And with that being said, that's pretty much it for this room. Not much else needs to be said. If you remember in the event, I added close attention to detail in all of these rooms respectively, which all looks super awesome. With that being said, not much else needs to be said about this room, and now we are going to move on to the downstairs, so let's do that. And yes, this door was here back in this room here, so that's why. Now, we're going to jump downstairs. Woo! Now, we get into some even more older rooms. Anyway, as you guys can see, this is the lab hallway, and this is from the Christmas party of 2018 from December 2018. The reason why I brought back this room is probably because it was probably my favorite room during that party. At least I think if I remember correctly. It was so cool that I thought, why not just put it in here? Of course, this original sign here still retains here, which is pretty awesome. And of course, these two as well. Which, technically, those are from 2017. But of course, I had to remake them here in this world. And yes, they are actually still there from that original party. Anyway, yup, this is basically how it looked back then in the original event, which all looks super awesome. With that being said, donation station there, but of course, that won't do anything considering this is from 4 years ago. But it's still here because it was a part of the original design. I could have just removed it, but you know what? Why not stay traditional here and keep it in as the original design? Problem, I don't think we have snowballs in here. That's unfortunate. Let me fix that, even though probably shouldn't, considering this is gonna be gone after this. The next event is the 1.19 party, which should have been out on June 7th, but it wasn't due to the fact that I hadn't still showcased this yet. So anyway, with that being said, that's basically it for this room. Not much else needs to really be said about this party. Yeah, not much else really needs to be said, honestly. It's a really nice room, and I truly think that I was honestly glad that I brought this back. It's a really cool room. And you never know. You never know what we could do for Christmas this year. It's probably going to be even better than this. Anyway, that's basically it. Of course, red versus blue snowball fight. That was, of course, a thing back then. Anyway, let's move on to the library. And this is from the Color Party 2019 from July 2019. Fun fact, GoGet33 asked me if I could just bring this party back. And well, it's confirmed! August 14th! Yep, it's confirmed for August 14th. And well, he'll probably be surprised to see that this is actually in this party. Oh wait, that's right. As of recording this video, he doesn't even know that this party's even here. Now he does, because the video's out. But yeah, I did this room from the Color Party because I did literally every single room across the rest of the lab as different rooms, and I wanted to at least add one Color Party themed room, and I realized the library was the only room I still hadn't decorated yet at the time. So I did this, and I looked back at the original video, and it was purple. Yeah, it was still a good room back then, I'll admit that. And yes, even the HQ is decorated, even though these two signs didn't exist, it doesn't matter. The point is, we're here. And this honestly looks super awesome. Of course, we have July 18th right there, but I think that's actually meant to be in purple, so give me a second. There we go. Because it was available July 18th. This item, the purple glazed terracotta. Anyway, that's basically it for the room. Hopefully I got this part correct. I didn't look at the footage for that. I think I did. And let's hope. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the room? Comment down below if you remember this. Again, this is from the Color Party of 2019, which occurred from July 8th to the 29th. But it actually ended on the 30th because I never took it down on the 29th. Yes, the HQ is updated. Remember how I said one of the rooms I said earlier would be in here? And well, here it is! The goodbye for now thing from April 2019. Remember how I said that would be somewhere in this event? And well, it's here. With that being said, basically everything from the original room still retains here. So that's pretty cool. Of course, we have all these signs from back in the day, which is all super cool. Yeah, you gotta have this event in here somewhere because it was one important time for ZL3, as it was shut down temporarily due to the return of ZL2. Of course, this is what it all looked like back then in the original room designs. Of course, this is still lit up because that room over there, which is one of the lab history rooms, are all lit up in there. Either way, this is still what it looks like. Oh yeah, HQ Secretary. She probably remembers this room. And yes, that actually is HQ Secretary. No, this is not from that past. No, this is actually the present day HQ Secretary. I promise. With that being said, that's basically it for the room. Not much else needs to really be said. Yeah, you never could forget about this. But actually, this is the perfect time for me to tell you where that ZL3 portal is now. Ta-da! It's here now! Yup. It had to be somewhere, didn't it? With that being said, it says, visit the original ZL3 remade in LEGO Master 627's creations. So now we can actually do that. Of course, we're not going to do that here, considering there's no point. Although it would actually make sense. But I'm just down here to just show you that, yes, this is here. This is going to be here permanently, so you can always visit the original ZL3, but of course, remade in LEGO Master 627's creations, as the original world is gone. That's why we have this version of ZL3. And the snowy tundra that happened before this. And of course, these dragon eggs are here to remind us of our little end adventure that took place off camera with Rose Crystal on December 12th. Yeah, it took place off camera. We even found the stronghold in this world back on that day too, so that can also explain. Yeah, but it all took place off camera because she just felt like playing on the world at the time. Anyway, with that being said, not much else needs to be said about this room. I hope you guys do love that I did bring it back though, as this was one of the more important times of ZL3's history. Next up, let's move on to the next room. And that is, well, this. The sheep rooms are technically not decorated. What the absolute heck? The problem is, I looked all over the footage. There were not that many times that this room was decorated, I'm not gonna lie. Normally, we don't decorate these rooms, so that's why there's nothing here. And mainly, I couldn't find any footage that related to this room being decorated. I think I do know during the Water Party 2019, but the problem is I already have a design for that somewhere in here. But before we head down to that, here's another little surprise. Ta-da! This is the ZL3 3rd anniversary party from September 2018. I mean, we have to acknowledge ZL2 while we still don't have it at this current moment. I mean, yeah, we have to acknowledge ZL2 somewhere. I mean, it's taken over right now. We have to acknowledge it somewhere while we still don't have it. So yeah, with that being said, this is another one of those 2018 rooms. The anniversary hat has been removed on purpose to recontain its rarity for the 3rd anniversary hat. Obviously, it has again been removed in this party to again retain its rarity. Because we don't want to release rare items here. That would be dumb. We want to keep some rare items rare. No, but in actual seriousness, yes, I did remove it to keep it rare, because that is only meant to be in this one event at the time. But the reason I brought it back was mainly because I needed to at least mention ZL2 somewhere while it has still been taken over. And this was honestly the perfect room to do so. So, anyway, this is how the room looks, and I truly hope you guys love it. And comment down below if you remember this. This was mainly held to celebrate the 3-year anniversary of ZL 2, and this was only nearly 2 months after we lost the world. So, because we didn't have the world at the time, because it disappeared and got corrupted again on August 9th, 2018, we still had to celebrate ZL2's 3rd anniversary at least somewhere, and this is what we did. But it wasn't actually just this room in the original party. Nope, it pretty much spread all across the lab. But of course I chose this one room just because it needed to be the most consistent one. And again, this is Rose Crystal's room in this world. It made sense! And this is also where the anniversary cake and hat were. So it made sense to put it here. Next up, you probably weren't expecting this, but yeah, the clothes shop is decorated. For once. It was Lab of Doom from May 2019 as the only Lab of Doom to ever occur in Zola's Lab 3. Thus far. And with Lab of Doom not coming back for a few more years, this is going to be the only one. So that's a shame. Is this updated? Oh my god, it's been nearly 2 years! It's been a year and 10 months since we last updated that. Oh boy. Trust me, once the 1.19 party comes out, or at least maybe when Operation Zola's Lab comes out, I hope to update that catalog again. Anyway, again, this is the original room from May 2019 as the only Lab of Doom to occur here in ZL3. I had to put it somewhere. Next up, let's move on to the underground party room. And here we are. This is from the Water Party 2019 from June 2019. See, I told you I put a Water Party room in here somewhere when mentioning it earlier in the sheep rooms. So yeah, here's the original room from the party. The problem is, I forgot what item was in here, so that's why it isn't there. Oh yeah, and of course, the beacons are, of course, light blue and dark blue. Yeah, I found a way to obviously make the beacons stay like that down here, and then the beacons up on top go back to the ZL3 colors. It took a bit of work, but I got it to work. I had to combine as much purple blocks of stained glass as possible to make them all look purple again, up on top. I think you can clearly tell I had to do that. But the point is, this room was probably one of my favorite rooms during the Water Party of 2019. That's why it was here. Fun fact, this event might actually return maybe sometime later this year. Not August though, considering we just confirmed the color party. And July is the fair to celebrate us completing both Operation Zola's Lab and Operation Dome this month in June. So, you know, maybe November. Oh no, wait a minute, I think we might do an operation event that month. I don't know. I haven't fully planned out the rest of ZL3 yet. The point is, yeah, it would be nice to have this again sometime, but hey, at least I acknowledged it here, which is really, really awesome. With that being said, not much else needs to be said about this room, aside from the fact that it was my favorite room during this party. For some reason. I don't know, I just designed it well in a way that I just truly loved it. It's just with the water streams coming down, that's probably my favorite part, and the water banners as well. Fun fact, even though they were not available here, I'll still pick them up. So yeah, with that being said, let's put that on. Even though they weren't actually available in this room during the original party, I will still hold it just for the sake of the video. And also that would just be another item for us to collect. Anyway, let's move on to the next room. And that is Snowland. This room is from the Rainbow Party from April 2020. Hey, I had to put another 2020 room in here somewhere. Frick! I realized the UFO was dedicated to another 2020 room, and we'll get to that later. Anyway, oh, hold on, guys. Perfect. Oh, come on! Sorry, it's just, I did not see that. It's just, there are so many colors blending in, I did not see that. Yeah, my inventory is outdated, although, this is completely different since my skin up here, of course. Anyway, I don't remember, was there an item in this room? Let me take a look. Yes, indeed there was. Now let's see what that item was. Yeah, I don't remember what the item was. I think it was the honey block or something. Anyway, actually, I think this was May 3rd, actually. Let me fix that. There we go. And we didn't have the, the glow ink sack yet at the time. Because this was only a year prior, in 2020. Oh yes, the dreaded 2020. Hey, at least I had to hold something here in April. It actually came out on the last Tuesday of April, by the way. And yeah, that being said, it was a cool event, I'm not gonna lie, it was nice. It was also the first Rainbow Party in ZL3, so that was pretty cool. Next up, this next one is another classic one. The Halloween Fair 2018 from October 2018. And also, the same thing in those two rooms as well. As you guys can see, this is how the room looked back then. Of course, there are a few things that have been removed, such as some pumpkins, due to the two chests being here. But that was completely fine, as this is not Operation Zola's Lab. Oh, wait. I shouldn't say that, considering we're literally one day away from it. Point is, this is how the room looked back then. That being said, yep, over here we had this from back then as well. And what you could do in this was, of course, if you remember the original event. Oh, sorry. There we go. Come on, there we go. And see, you can just do all of that. It's so cool. Yep, this was during the fair of 2018. This was actually the actual fair of that year, because we combined it in with Halloween. You never know, I might do that maybe with Christmas one day. I think I said it back in the original video, and it still has not happened. Well, not this year, since we know it's in July. Anyway, not much else really needs to be said about this room. Besides the fact that, of course, it mainly was just covered with this game. That's basically all it was. And with that being said, now we're going to move on to the other room, which also has this event intact as well, which is super, super awesome. Now, assuming I can make my way down there. Nice. Let's go ahead and do that. And here's the other room from that time frame, from the exact same event. Of course, the main objective in this room is you would get a boat, and you would basically bang into all the little ticket stones here from back in this event, back in October 2018. Fun fact, speaking of this event overall, it was the only Halloween party so far to not actually occur on Halloween, as the Snowy Tundra version of ZL3 unfortunately stopped loading right before Halloween on October 29th. So the event ended there because the world just stopped loading, which was unfortunate. So that's how we got this world instead. But I still brought the room back since it's still a part of ZL3's history, and because pretty much all the rooms in the lab are exactly the same. Anyway, this last one is finally not from that event. Instead, it is from the Summer Party 2020/1.16 release party from June 2020. I mean, with 1.19 here, and since this event technically came to an end technically 5 days before 1.19, I had to put it in here somewhere. And Goldie has been up here for like over 3 years now. She has never left. Actually, I've never considered if Goldie was a he or she or something. I never knew that. I don't know. I never thought of that, actually. I don't know if I ever want to think about that. But the point is, this was honestly my favorite room in the event, besides the front of the lab during this party right here. I mean, I had to bring back this party somewhere, otherwise we would have had probably just another 2019 room. Oh, frig, I forgot to show you the, right. The, ore room. I forgot to show you. This is from the Zola's Lab 4th anniversary party from January 2019. Dear God, there's a lot of 2019 in this party. But granted, though, let me make it clear, 2018 and 2019 were the two biggest years for ZL3. And I'm serious. Hence why there's mostly a mixture of 2018 and 2019 in this party. But yeah, back to the point. This room here was so freaking cool. It's nice seeing it again. Alright, don't have a Lytra. But, I should probably go down there again. Woo! Anyway, again, point remains. This, again, was the room back then, and it looked pretty freaking sweet. Oh, and honestly, this is the perfect timing for me to actually go back here and show you basically how everything's going to work out for the rest of the year. Basically, take a look. I still have to actually put in the one for ZL3's 5th anniversary. I might want to get the hat for that, if I hadn't already lost it. Anyway, the April Fool's Party of 2022, then the Easter plus Earth Day Party of 2022, then this party that we're showcasing in this video, the Throwback Party. And then, in only like one day, we have Operation Zola's Lab 2022. And then Operation Dome 2022. And then next up after that is the fair. Then the color party. Then... what are we gonna do for September? Oh. We might actually have to add an extra one, eh? Yeah, we have to add an extra one. Yeah, I realize this year's gonna be jam-packed. Anyway, with that being said, I don't know what to do for September, however. I don't know. Actually, let's see. Did I ever plan that? Let me take a look at, ZL3. Oh wait, I did Operation Slime. That's right, Operation Slime is in September for ZL3. Hey, the exact same time as Lego's Island. Okay, I was wondering why September just felt empty. Anyway, I think we have at least one more room to showcase in this party. And as I addressed earlier, that is the UFO. So let's make our way up there right now. And then I think that's all the rooms in the Throwback Party. I know, we did a lot. And, yeah, it's pretty cool. I think you can see where this one's going, isn't it? You can see where this is going. I threw it in here somewhere. The UFO Party from August 2020. This is a semi-replacement to the UFO Party that would have occurred in May. and it's just featured here for that reason alone. As you might remember, the ship here, the UFO, was completely under attack and was in risk of crashing onto the actual lab landscape itself. The problem is, this party technically never occurred, but elements of it were used in Operation Galaxy, which we did see a room of that earlier, at the beginning of the tour. The point is, this event would have required us to travel across the space and travel across all of these planets, these ones respectively, to find the alien ship home. And we might still do that plotline eventually in time. I don't know. I actually kind of forgot about it, but now I actually remembered it, speaking of this room. And of course all the sheep were red back then, because the ship was under attack. Man, it's crazy that this event technically was never actually held, but it's featured here, because some of it came into Operation Galaxy in 2021. But yeah, I had to feature this room somewhere, and also because I needed another room from 2020, so it wasn't all 2018 and 2019. Now then, let's make our way all the way back down. And that is it for the entire party. There is nothing up at the special labs though, because there was no reason, like I have literally no reason, to have anything up there. So yeah, there's not really anything to do up there, unfortunately. But it is somewhat interesting. Although, wait a minute. Speaking of the special ZL3 though, I think in the Easter egg hunt, I think I may actually have hit an egg up here. Let's see if that was actually true. Because I'm curious. I think I hit an egg up here that I never actually went up here for. Oh, and if that's the case, I apologize. Let's see if I'm right. Hold on, I think it was the HQ, right? Oh, god dang it, yes! It was the HQ. There was an egg hidden up here that I never got during the Easter egg hunt. Man, no wonder we only had 7 eggs. But yeah. My god, look at this. It was literally hidden there! And I never did it during the Easter egg hunt. Actually, let's get rid of that. Nice, it's just probably gonna go off somewhere. The point is, yep, I didn't do that. I actually pretty much forgot that it was up there. Huh? Oh, special flower shape. Eh, that's fine. Woo! Yeah! Alright, no, but the real fact is, that is the end of the Throwback Party. Comment down below what your thoughts are on this party. And with that being said, next episode, we're going to be showcasing the 1.19 party to celebrate the release of 1.19 back on June 7th. With that being said, I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye! Man, we're getting a lot of ZL3 content lately. Yay! That's something we should have been doing this entire time while we haven't had ZL2. What the heck is wrong with us?